It's money. It's money. It's money. It's money. It's money. It's money.
What's good, everybody? It is your favorite time of the week.
Oh,
It's time for the gentleman's panel. Okay, on period. Period to the period. So we got to my right, the one and only captivating Christian.
hey.
Hey, and then right below him, we have the one and the only Jay Wilson.
What's up? Starting on California CPT time. Yes.
Okay, period. And then right next to him, below me, we have the one and only Rebel Son.
Hey.
And y'all already know who I am because we're in the home of the lituation. Today is Thursday, and this is the gentleman's panel. What's good, everybody?
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, people?
So before we get started, let's just go around and everybody tell us how your week has been going. Captivating?
It's going okay. I mean, cabin fever still in full effect, but kind of shaking it out a little bit. The weather's been raining, so hopefully maybe that's a good sign to wash some germs and stuff away. So we'll see. But it's been all right. Not too bad. Can't complain.
Well, at least you got wet.
Right.
Absolutely.
I mean, we all can't be like, you can get wet every weekend. Yeah, so I mean, so but enough about.
Right.
And Jay Wilson, how's your week been going?
You know what? My week has been going very well, very, very well. Got a lot of things done. I'm just living my best life right now. So I'm doing really good. I cannot complain. I cannot. Come on.
Okay. I cannot complain. I cannot. Oh, I didn't know you'd be over there listening to hip hop, Brother Jay. How you know that song?
I thought you was gonna hit that gospel. I won't complain, but that's okay.
Oh, okay. It's a remix.
And Rebel Son, how's your week been going?
It's been going pretty good. I'm kind of looking forward to starting work back on a normal schedule, but because it's just been crazy, everything. I want some more normalcy. So we start work. We're going to start a slow startup between the 4th and the 12th. So that's it. I've been doing some more writing, just researching, fleshing out characters. And it's been allowing me to do more of that with these days I've been having off. That's about it.
Absolutely. Yes, my week has been crazy also. I've just been, working overtime, trying to raise awareness. I recently found out that this month is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, okay? And it just so happened that I've been covering sexual assault for like the past 2 weeks. So did you guys just find out that the month of April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month?
I did not know.
Yeah, I did not know that until you
brought it to our attention.
Yeah, did not know that.
And the reason that people wear denim this month is to raise awareness to raise awareness of victims of sexual abuse. Yes, there was this lady in the 1900s that got sexually assaulted by her driving instructor. And because she had on tight jeans, they said she must have helped him. So they said that the sex was consensual and they dismissed the case. So people ever since then have been wearing denim to raise awareness to the misconceptions surrounding the issue. Okay. So because I've been talking about sexual assault, a lot of people have been wondering, what sexual assault actually is. And everybody has like a different definition of sexual assault, because sexual assault can be different things to different people. So at this time, I just like to go around, okay, and each of you give me what your idea of sexual assault is. Jay Wilson?
Well, I think that is. Oh, would the Rebel have a call? Hey, hello. But I think.
Federal Express is delivering me a package today.
Oh, that's what it is. Is it FedEx? That's the new term, FedEx. Okay. I think sexual assault is in any unwanted sexual contact. If you don't want it, that's sexual assault. It could go physical, speaking, talking to someone in a sexual manner. I think that's sexual assault.
Absolutely. And Rebel Son?
Well, along those same lines, I was going to say verbal or physical could be taken as sexual assault. It's all in, the tone. I just think that we're in a day and time that you have to be very careful, because your tone, just the intimidation, it's just people in power. Just no means no, back off. I just think that's no is universal.
Absolutely. And Captivating Christian?
Again, yes, sexual assault being anything as far as anything verbal or physical, unwanted sexual advances. But now in this day and age of advanced technology, I would even include any kind of digital imaging, things of that nature. Because people like you say hello, and the first thing they send you is a ping pic. You like,
really? I've never gotten that.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
But anyway, I definitely, it's a situation that has many different elements to it, and can be very detrimental to so many people. So.
Who got a TV on? Somebody watching? Yeah. The house lights on?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Pain.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Boy.
You guys are all absolutely right. You guys are all absolutely right. So, sexual assault is any type of sexual activity or contact that happens without your consent. Any type, okay? If somebody flashes you on the bus, okay, that's sexual assault. If you didn't want to see somebody's naked ass on the bus as you drive by, that's sexual assault. And charges can be filed, okay? Disorderly conduct, all kind of things, okay? So, this month is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, okay? And again, people wear denim to raise awareness. So 40% of LGBT men experience some sort of sexual assault in their lifetime, and only about 11% of all survivors speak out. Have you, or do you know any men that have experienced sexual assault? Jay Wilson.
You know what? First of all, that number is higher. I just think that a lot of men don't report it because of how it's perceived. And a lot of people may be ashamed of that. I have been a victim of sexual assault. So, I know what it's like. Thank goodness that, I didn't deal with a lot of other stuff, but I was held against my will. And yeah, and it was scary. It was pretty scary. And as a little tyke, I was like, wow, and you think that you did something, and I think those things have to be dealt with. So I think it happens a lot in the Black community, but we don't talk about it, we don't share, and I know that it is out there. And I think a lot of men are sexually assaulted, and they just don't tell, they just don't say anything. Yeah.
Absolutely. Captivating.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I know some people that have been sexually assaulted, and I myself, growing up, was sexually assaulted by a family member, and then later on, it happened in college. So yeah, there's been incidences in which that was concerned. But as a little kid, I was so young, I didn't even know. I didn't even. This was like before you even had the discussion. Well, if something happens, and this relative was so close that it was like, what do you do? When I did tell my mother, she handled it kind of weird. But then moving past that, when I actually told my brother, who's older than I, he said, "Oh yeah, he did that to me too." And I was just like, I had to dig deep for, it took me a while to like forgive and understand that he was a kid too, in a sense. So yeah.
Absolutely. And Rebel Son?
I've had two instances. One was when I was in junior high. A coach in the locker room, everyone was gone, and he started giving me a massage, and I felt really weird. It was like no one was there, and the massage lingered on, and he was standing like really close to me. But the other coach came back. He had left some like a duffel bag or something. So when he came, he was like, good job. Like he just patted me, and like that was it. But the other time was when I was asleep, and the girl's boyfriend felt me up while I was knocked out sleep, and she saw him, but she blamed me. Weirdly enough, she blamed me, like she was angry at me, but he apologized to me because he had been delivered and he was no longer gay. But it was those two things, and it felt odd being around him after that. But it was like that whole thing, it was hush hush. It was never spoken, we never touched back up on it.
Right.
Which is really common in Black families because it's swept under the rug and people just don't talk about it. It's generational a lot of times. Because he had been touched on, and so him touching on me, he later told me that he thought that I liked him or something. It was weird. I was only like 16 at the time.
That's crazy. Yeah. A lot of people try to make you feel like it's you, you know what I'm saying, or if you wasn't so attractive or something, you know what I'm saying. And a lot of victims tend to blame themselves in one way or another. I myself, I don't have like an experience with like sexual assault on myself, but one of my friends went and met this guy on Jack. And the next time I see my friend, he was in the hospital fighting for his life. Okay. And then what's so strange about it, afterwards, I seen him the first day, the initial day in the hospital, or whatever. And then after that, he didn't want nobody else to come see him. And then when he finally got out of the hospital, he acted as if nothing had even happened, as if he was embarrassed or ashamed to speak about it. We never like spoke about it outside of the initial incident. So that's my experience with sexual assault.
And can I say something too? It doesn't explain a lot of stuff. Things happen in therapy. This happens not only with people in the LGBTQ community. It happens with women. It happens with a lot of people. And that's the problem. A lot of people have gone through and they have not shared. And this is why I recommend therapy. This is why I recommend people to talk. It's nothing to be ashamed about. And if you don't say anything, then the people who continue to do these vile acts, they win. They win. So someone has to speak out. And so I don't want to hear the this is why these black men are same gender loving. That's a bunch of cross. Never been touched and they still like men. I mean, so that doesn't lend a hill of beans to that. It's just that it's not the people who were assaulted that are the they're not the ones who should be blamed. And if someone has done this, then either they've done it and they need help as well. And so I just think it's a cycle. And thank God I have never had any thought in my mind to do that, because I just felt that no one should go through this. And of course it didn't even, it was wrong. And I just think that people need to know that, because I know what people try to jump off with. But hopefully if we share our stories, that somebody through this will get the help that they need, or at least tell somebody what they've gone through.
Right. Absolutely. There is power in the truth, okay? There is power in telling the truth. You speak out, okay, and take your power back, because the whole thing is about power. You know what I'm saying? And these predators, they're using their power in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? They're preying on the weak, okay, and they're trying to take advantage of people, okay? Period. If you've ever been a victim of sexual abuse, speak out. Speak out. Don't hold it in, because if you hold it in, you're going to continue to feel vulnerable, and you're going to continue to feel, weak and ashamed. Don't be a victim.
And it'll affect. And
speak out. You did nothing wrong.
Yeah, and it'll affect your future relationships. People don't understand. You have to get the therapy. You have to do the work, because in an earlier show, I think Rebel was on that show. On the earlier show, the women were talking about their situations, and I'm like, wow, this is why a lot of people have some really ugly relationships, because they haven't dealt with it. And if you don't deal with your childhood trauma, it will manifest itself in your adult life,
or make you become sexually active. I think when people have been violated like that at a young age, a lot of times they start reckless behaviors, and they start, maybe just trying to, like if a guy was touched on by another guy, he may have to try to prove that he's not gay by sleeping with a bunch of girls, having a bunch of baby mamas, or someone just becoming sexually active because they think that's the thing to do at such a young age.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
Absolutely. So captivating. If you could travel in the past in a time machine, okay, what advice would you give to your 6-year-old self?
My 6-year-old self, I would definitely tell my 6-year-old self that to stand in your power. It is not your fault. Although, people may ask, what did you do to egg on or entice this person? Know that you didn't do anything, that there's something wrong with that person. That's something that they need to deal with. And in fact, they say hurt people, but break that chain. You don't have to hurt someone else because somebody hurt you. Grow from this. It's going to be hard, but know that you can do it. And, just stay strong. That's all I would tell my little 6-year-old self.
Absolutely. Rebel Son?
I would tell my 6-year-old self that life will have obstacles, but you will get through them. You'll come through the storm, and to love yourself because you are loved. Just even as a 6-year-old, I told you that we lived at a poverty level at a certain point in our lives. So it made me feel less than my other cousins, because we were single mother, a lot of them had both their parents. So I would tell my 6-year-old self that, it gets better. You will get through this, and, just to love yourself.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with you.
Right.
Absolutely. And Jay Wilson?
You know what? I know this seems odd, but I would tell my 6-year-old self to know that racism is systematic, and know this and work harder. Know this, and education is the key, and people can't take that away from you. I think, I can't speak for the other gentlemen, but with me, I lived in a neighborhood where staying out of prison was a big feat. So, not going to prison and having a bunch of children and being on drugs or selling drugs was a big feat. So I would tell my younger self that take your education seriously, know that there's a system to keep people back. I know we saw Roots, I know we saw those shows, but it's deeper, even with this COVID situation now. I know people may think it's a stretch, but even telling people to go back to work, who are the people who are going to go back to work? Mostly brown and black people, or very, very poor white folk. And so the people who don't have to worry about catching COVID, the ones who are in the office, don't have to worry about that. So I would say that because I didn't start taking my education seriously until my freshman year of college. And I wish I knew at 6 what I know now. And so that's what I would really tell my 6-year-old self, to get your education and be aware that racism exists. Everybody isn't racist, but know that there are systems to hold men and women of color, whether black, Latino, whatever, back. And I would really tell my 6-year-old self that, because I was called the N-word in high school, and it didn't really take an effect to me until I thought about it. And I'm like, that teacher called me the N-word.
Wow, teacher.
Let me tell you, it was in high school, and I never get it. I always had a mouth on me. And she wanted me to sweep the basketball court. They had those big brooms. And I remember telling her my mom sent me to school to learn not to be a janitor. So no. And she pulled me aside. She was very upset. And she said, "You know what you are?" She said, "You're an uppity N-word." I never forget that.
Wow.
Yeah. And in my community, when you have been raised in a racist society, you really don't recognize it until you come back or you go somewhere else differently. And so when you're systematically used to that kind of stuff, you don't really know until you come back.
Absolutely.
Somebody washing dishes? What?
So for me, if I can go back in time, the advice that I would give my 6-year-old self, it's kind of similar to Jay Wilson's. Yeah, people are prejudice. A lot of people are going to discriminate against you. A lot of people are going to hate on you because of who you are and who you're born to be. But above all things, I would tell myself, when you get to college, stay away from them. Stay away from them boys, okay? Period. College took way longer than it should have, okay? College wouldn't have even took that long. And then I think I would have even have finished, okay, if I stayed away from the men, okay, in college, okay? I should have stayed away.
Yeah. King Payne, can I say something?
From the boys in college, okay? So I would tell my 6-year-old.
Yeah, King Payne, can I say something? It's almost like that sexual assault that we were talking about. My parents were working class folk. My dad owned many guns. My mom owned a gun. I was so afraid that my dad would go to a school or a church and shoot somebody's head off because, my dad was just that kind of dude. So my thing is, you when you get assaulted or when you get treated in a bad manner or a racist manner, everybody is different. And I always thought about, I don't want my dad to go to jail, or I don't want something bad to happen to him and I'm not without my father, because I know my father would have went up to that school with a gun. I know he would have. And so I don't know. I was a child that just thought about what ramifications could happen, and I guess I took that responsibility on myself. So, but King Payne, I wasn't dealing with boys then. So, but had I been dealing with boys in college, I don't think I would have graduated. I don't think I would have graduated either.
I don't think you would have graduated. Them boys have me doing a lot. Okay, I was out at the parties every night. I was turfing, I was hanging, I was fighting, I was doing the most. Okay, college was fun, but college is not meant to be that fun. Okay, I turned up too much. Okay, I would told myself, don't listen to my dad. Okay, when you get to college, you buckle down. Do not experiment. Finish. That's what I would have told myself. Okay, on period. But I don't regret anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a really good setup going right now. So, you know what I'm saying? Things are good and things are looking up and getting better and better every day. Period.
Okay.
So we just talked about what advice you give your 6-year-old self. Okay. Now that you are grown, now that we're grown, okay. And we've lived life, okay? We've all have lived life, okay? What is something, okay, that you've done, okay, or that you've experienced that will make your 6-year-old self cry? That you do something that you do now that will make that if you knew that your 6-year-old self knew that you'd be doing this now, you cry.
Oh my God, is somebody doing karate?
You heard that?
Not over here. So, Rebel Son.
Oh Lord, can you come back? I'm trying to think what would have made me cry, because I was bad as hell then. So I don't know if there would have been many things that would have made me cry.
Well, let me start so I can give y'all an example. So for me, when I was 6-year-old, I was just like anti-smoking, anti-cigarettes, anti-tobacco, anti-everything. You can smoke around me. I just felt some type of way about the cigarette, tobacco. You know, I think one of my uncles have passed away from that. So I was just, it was no, and then, So anyway, I don't smoke cigarettes now, but the fact that I smoke marijuana, I think that would have made my 6-year-old self, because I just thought smoking was just so nasty when I was 6. So nasty, deplorable, disgusting. Captivating.
Let's see. Something that would make my 6-year-old self cry necessarily. I wasn't really a crier as a kid, so I don't know. But I guess something that I probably would look at myself, my 6-year-old self would look kind of side-eyed, would probably be like smoking weed or something like that. Because that was really like ew, why do you do that kind of thing? But yeah, I'd definitely be like, what are you doing? So yeah.
Definitely. I would definitely look at myself and be like, is you high?
Is
you high? I would be
right. Because especially like in school.
So upset, like, am I smoking?
Yeah, especially like in elementary school, they really made that whole push, like, don't do drugs, even marijuana, because you'll look like this.
Yeah, the lady with the throat and stuff.
With the throat thing, or just hold it on the street or something crazy. So yeah, my 6-year-old self would be like, oh no, don't do that. You're gonna end up like the guy on TV. Like, drugs make you mean like a monster.
Yeah. And my parents used to always tell me that if I would smoke a whole pack, they ever caught me smoking cigarettes, they make me smoke a whole pack, and then I was gonna end up like the lady on TV with the thing. So I really was anti-cigarettes and smoking and all that stuff. Like, nah. So Brother Jay.
You know what? I think my 6-year-old self would cry, and I'm with Rebel on this, with how nasty church people really were. You know, you think that people were doing things for your interest, and a lot of times it wasn't for your interest. It was because they wanted to control and dictate what went on in the household and stuff. So I think that looking back on life now, I think that that would be it. And I don't have any problem with the body of Christ. I do have a lot of problems with the organization and the structures of some of these churches, how they are so patriarchal, anti-women leadership, anti-diversity, a lot of things. And so, yeah. I think that I would cry because of that. And knowledge is power. And long as you are ignorant, people can always have your power. And that's what I feel.
Absolutely. And Rebel Son?
I would, thinking about it now, I think my 6-year-old self would cry if I know that I would have lost my aunt at such a young age that grew up with me like a sister. So I think just now, that's been one of the hardest deaths that I've had to deal with in my family, more so practically than anyone. So my 6-year-old self definitely, because, as 6-year-old, she was only like about 6 years older than me. So, just not knowing that you would see her grow old and, just because I looked at her like a sister. So, yeah, that would be the thing that would make my any family member that I've lost, now, that you would think you wouldn't have lost at this age.
And you know what? For me, at 6, death was very scary to me. I was terrified of death when I was 6, like horrified. And I was like, no, you understand? I didn't. Funerals. I would after funerals. I would make it at my funeral because I was just, I don't know. I had a hard time dealing with death when I was younger. But somebody in the audience asked an amazing question. Okay, so I'm adding it. It's here at the bottom of the screen. Shout out to Sugar Honey Iced Tea. She said, entire panel, did your 6-year-old self know you were gay?
I didn't know what I didn't.
Starting with.
Oh, okay. Me?
Rebel. Go ahead. You're ready.
Because we didn't have any order. I'm thinking I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what form to put it in. I was always very sexually aware, but I wasn't acting on anything. I knew boys were cute, but I didn't think that was something that people would have frowned upon. So I didn't know what form to put it in, but yes, I knew at a young age.
Absolutely. And captivating?
Answer 2 questions. One, a comment was that I looked like I was a tattletale growing up as a kid, and I definitely was not. That was one of my twin sister and older brother. Excuse me? Yeah. Definitely wasn't me. But at 6-year-old, did I know if I was gay or not? No, I did not. I didn't even. No, I really would say no. I didn't know. I didn't have a concept of it. I guess because of what happened to me younger than that, I really didn't know what it was. So I kind of, as I got older, kind of put it in perspective and decided, okay, this is what I know is acceptable for me, and I like it, but I thought about it, but I never acted on it. Not until much older, like in my 20s older.
Absolutely. I get it. And Brother Jay?
You know what? I thought women were attractive, and I thought men were attractive. And it just didn't matter. If I didn't like you, I didn't like you. But if I liked you, I liked you. And I think it was some qualities in men that I like, and there were some qualities in women that I like. And that was it. And even, so but it was an attraction. It wasn't anything sexual. I was too young at that particular point, but I do know that I was attracted to certain women and I was attracted to certain men. So, I like both. And yeah, it was weird, but I did. So yeah.
Absolutely. I have a similar story to you, Jay Wilson. I always knew that. When I was 6, I like boys and I like girls. I like men and women. And and I didn't realize anything was wrong with that. I didn't realize anything was wrong with that until junior high, middle school, high school, like that. When kids start picking on you and heckling and stuff like that. I didn't start experimenting with men until I got to college. So in my 20s, like captivating. So I definitely understand.
And I was gonna say, when we would play cops and robbers as kids, for some strange reason, they always made me the prostitute.
Yeah, maybe because it came back to you.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I was probably cuter than them.
But the thing is, I always played sports. I always did. I didn't see anything different until like King Payne said, until late. And he talked about in college. Had I been dealing with guys in college, I swear I wouldn't have graduated. I mean, I was in Norfolk, Virginia. Of all places, I wouldn't have graduated.
I'm trying to tell you, that's why I said there's boys out there,
Air Force Base, a whole lot of colleges, and a whole lot of Black people. So really, I waited, I guess, to my professional life, early in my professional career, because I don't think I would have graduated. And I'm being honest. I mean, it was too many distractions, and anybody who's been to the Hampton Roads area in Virginia knows that it is DC is not that far from it. So, it's a hot mess in Norfolk. And I wouldn't have graduated. That's all I'm going to say. I wouldn't have graduated. And
Natasha was talking about those naval bases herself. So I know you would have been in trouble.
Okay. At the military mall. All I can say is, sometimes you're ignorant and it just helps you out, because had I been, actively in the lifestyle, the Navy base was right up the street. Old Dominion University was right across the street. Hampton University was right across the bay. Christopher Newport was next to that. Then you have Virginia Wesleyan. Oceana Naval Base, Langley Air Force Base. It was just a hot mess. So I'm just glad that I finished on time to graduate, because it would have been a whole hot mess had I been involved.
Absolutely. Now that we've taken a dive into our past, and reunited with our 6-year-old self, are you holding on to any anger or regret or any guilt that you just can't seem to let go of or forgive? Jay Wilson.
You know what? No regrets, no anger. Everything that happens in life happens for a reason. And, I know people right now who hated some things that their parents did. Their parents are dead and gone, and they still holding on to it. I don't give people that power. People ask me whether you have changed anything in your life. No, it happened for a reason. So there are no regrets. I don't have and harbor any unforgiveness. I just know that there are some people that I don't want to associate with, but I don't hate them, and I've learned how to move on.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And captivating?
Similar to Jay Wilson, I try not to live my life with regret. Everything does happen for a reason. There are some people I'll stay away from, i.e. like the particular cousin in question, although he always tries to want to be hummy drummy during family functions. And I'm like, sir, if you don't get...
Is he straight or gay now?
Don't know. All I know is he dates women, but he beats on them, and sometimes that's a telltale sign. And but there was this one particular moment where he didn't know I was actually in town, and my sister and my aunt had went in the store, and I just stayed in my car, and I was sitting there like, oh gosh, hope he doesn't see me. But they said they saw him, and he was in there like, hummed up talking to some other dude. So I thought that was interesting. So maybe he's finally starting to live in his truth, I guess. I don't know.
Absolutely. And Rebel Son?
I think it was with my father. My father, at one time, he was an absent father for not a long period, but I had like I didn't want to have anything to do with him. So I had to become an adult and let go of that because it was becoming cancerous, just not, because my father was a womanizer. Let me say that. He was a womanizer, and I felt that he should have played more of a role in my life. When my grandfather stepped up and did a lot of things that my father should have done. So as an adult, I was like, hell, I don't need this dude in my life. Who the hell you are trying to come and tell me anything? But I think after losing my brother, which was my brother on my father's side, I had to let go of that because life is not promised to anyone, and I couldn't carry that. I wasn't going to become, just carrying that baggage around like a vagabond. I just wanted to, restart our relationship. So I let that go, and I have a good relationship with him now.
Absolutely.
You and this, absolutely.
For me, I feel the same way as you, Rebel. I think that the only thing that I regret is, I don't regret it. I'm not holding on to it. I let it go. I think I'm having a hard time forgiving, even though I let it go. Just like you let it go, but I'm not sure if you 100% forgiven your father. But my father's been absent pretty much my whole life, and there were times that I tried to reach out to him and keep contact. I even went as far as to get a cell phone bill and pay my own phone bill at 13, just so that my father would be able to get in contact with me. So yeah, and we never kind of established a relationship really or fully. So I kind of resent him for that because I feel like that's his responsibility. You bring a kid into this world, you're supposed to raise them up in the way that they're supposed to go, and he's a pastor. So
my father
in the house,
Brother Jay.
Who coming in the house? You better watch. Stay in and out. You let the air conditioning come out. Stay in and out. I wanted to say this: people can't give you what they don't have, and sometimes we expect people to give us something that they don't even possess. And I have learned that. But I do. It's two things, and I think it's two good questions, King Payne, if you don't mind. What's more important, the LGBTQ community or the Black community? And then at 6 years old, what did you want to be? But I do want to answer that. First of all, I am Black.
Black first.
I am Black. The LGBTQ plus community has some issues of their own with racism.
Oh yeah.
But right. I am Black first. And but I don't take slack off of people and having issues with my orientation. Because you'll get told either way. But I am Black. And I think that we have contributed to a lot of Black history, and we don't get the credit. Philip A. Randolph was considered a man who was married, but like men. Langston Hughes, Paul Laurence Dunbar, James Baldwin, all of these men in the Harlem Renaissance, they brought us a whole lot of stuff, and James Baldwin was awesome. So I want to say that. So I am Black, and also I wanted to be an architect. So that was my goal at 6 years old. But
Okay.
I'm Black first.
Absolutely. And
Well, I was going to add.
Captivating?
Well, he asked the question. I was going to add to that. They do see you as Black first, because if you get pulled over by the police, they're not going to say I'm pulling over a gay man. They'll be I'm pulling over a Black man. And as a kid, I wanted to be a dancer.
A private
Absolutely.
dancer.
No, not that type, but professionally trained dancer. I still utilize those.
Yeah, they still dance in the clubs. I'm just saying.
And Captivating?
Yeah. Of course, I'm Black first. Always been Black first. I carry myself Black first because that's what it is. And as far as what was the second question?
What did you want to be at?
Question? Oh, I've always been a student of history, so law was it. I've always said I wanted to be a lawyer, but somewhere took a different turn. But I am still a student of history, so yeah, lawyer was when I was a kid.
Absolutely. Well, I'm definitely Black first. Y'all know that the official campaign like to keep the blackity black over here, okay? We're raising awareness for Black issues over here, okay? No offense to my Caucasians and my Asians and the Mexicans, but you know what I'm saying? We keep it blackity black over here. And you know, I've always wanted to be an entertainer. I always wanted to be an entertainer, singer, you know, actor, whatever, you know. I just always had my eye on the prize.
Hey Wolverine.
What's good, y'all? So so with that being said, would you say that you've been working toward your best self, the best version of yourself? And if so, what does that look like? Okay. Captivating Christian.
Okay.
I was thinking somebody to jump on that one.
Oh, we were just waiting for
You paused a little bit. I guess in California.
We didn't know. Yeah, we didn't know.
I'm sorry.
One, I don't have company going in at my door, Mr. Professor X. All right, stay out of the cartoons. What was the question? Yeah. So
Is it reading? Can't even remember the question.
Yeah.
Would you say that you've been working toward being the best
my
version
greater
of
self.
yourself?
Yeah.
And what does that look like?
I'm constantly always working to my greater self. I don't know what that looks like because I wouldn't know what the final result will be. But I definitely always strive to be greater today than I was yesterday. So if that means always striving, always improving, always educating myself, and staying grounded in who I am and humble as well, yeah, that is what I strive to do.
So you don't know what you want to be when you grow up, like?
Well, I mean, there's a facet of things that, of course, I want to do when I grow up. So nothing, you know, when I was younger, it was always like this one particular thing that I want to do. As I got older, I realized that there's an array of things that I can do to when I get older, you know? So like there's real estate business that I'm involved in. There's other things that I'm also involved in that, you know, work. So every day it grows.
I thought you was working on being the next Obama.
I mean, I could work on that too. I mean, there's no limit exactly to what I'm saying. So there is no limit to what.
I know that's right. He said, I can be the president too. Okay, I'll hear you. Hear y'all. Okay. Yes. And Rebel.
You know what? I'm already great because I was a star that fell to earth. But I think that to the day I leave this world, I'll be continuously striving to be my greatest. But I want to finish a few books. You know, like my first novel, I'm still working on it. I want to do a few novels in different genres like horror, sci-fi. But that's it. I'm working on not being a better friend to my friends, because sometimes I could be selfish. And I can sometimes kind of be I can distance myself away from people. And sometimes people will be like, I called you all these times, and I thought you were going to call me back. So I'm working on that, because they'll be like, I thought you was going to call me back last week. And I'll be like, okay, I'm sorry about that. And it's not anything that I'm doing. I'm not, it's like I'll brush it off, but sometimes people are waiting on you to stand behind what you're saying. So I've gotten better at that, but just, I think being more aware of others' feelings and not being self-absorbed to a certain extent. That's, real talk.
Absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. It really does. And Jay Wilson?
Well, I am a little older than
A lot.
a lot. Yes, it's all good. But I've done what I needed to do. I had a checklist. I checked it off. And so right now, I don't need a title. I don't need any of that stuff at this particular point. Not to say that I've obtained everything, but what I checked off on my list, I'm good with.
So this is the best version.
This is what you're going to get. I mean, you always have like.
I know that's right. This is the best version. Okay, how about that?
You're always gonna have your lifelong learning. You never want to stop learning. But when you get older, all of this stuff that's important to in your younger life, it's not important anymore. I'm just at. I went on that peak, and now it's just time to enjoy the view and ride the wave until it comes to the beach. And that's where I am right now. And so I'm good. Not to say that there's no need for improvement. I'll be going back to the gym. I've missed that boat, but hey, weight can be lost. Some things can't be lost.
Like a face.
Ugly can't be lost.
But weight can. And I don't beat myself up about that either. You learn that, hey, this is me. You either gonna like me for me.
Right. That's very true.
Do you think your patience has changed? I mean, do you guys think that your patience has changed the older that you've gotten?
Yeah, because I would curse a lot of folk out here, but I just look at them and know that they just don't know no better, or
well, you ain't worth it. I mean,
you can't expect people to give you again something that they don't have. If they don't have empathy, then don't look for it. If they don't have compassion, then don't look for it. A lot of people have never gotten that in their life. So people can't validate you when they can't even validate themselves, or never had anybody to validate them in the first place. So I have just learned to focus on me, not being selfish. But if you can't be the best you, then you can't really help anyone else. But I'm at the age now where I have done everything that pretty much I wanted to do in life.
Right.
Now, is there anything else I want to do? Well, I might make a new list, but I'm content. So if Jesus called me home right now, heaven forbid, but if he did, I'm ready, because I've done what I needed to do. Okay. At least for my checklist. I don't know what God has for me. He may have a little bit more for me. But as far as I'm concerned, I did what I needed to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I know that's right. For me, I want to be a full-time entertainer. Okay. And that's what I'm working toward. I feel like that's what the best version of me looks like. It looks like me getting up and doing what I love to do every day and getting paid for it. That's what it looks like.
On YouTube. I'm already an entertainer.
Right, that part.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can do that on YouTube. I'm getting paid for it, but it's not
Don't
enough.
you have
It's
membership?
not enough. I
Don't
gotta
you
keep
have
working on it.
membership? Don't you have membership?
Yes, but it's not enough. I got bills.
Okay, is
I'm
your
talking about
membership
house.
$50? Maybe you
I'm
need to
talking
get
about
a
house. I have
$50
no man.
membership.
Look, I have
Get
no
a
man. I'm talking
$50
about
membership.
house.
Get
I
a
gotta do
$50
more.
membership and do your
My
encore
music.
performance.
Yes, and my music. I'm selling my music and stuff. And that's just what it looks like. I'm a musician. I'm an actor. I'm on YouTube. It's just me entertaining, connecting with people all throughout the day and getting paid for it because that's what I love
Yes,
to do.
Tar,
Get paid.
info for you. That would be my ultimate version of me. Yes, a glorified body. Yes, yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
For
Yes,
me,
I want a nice body too. I've been working on my body too. That is true. The best version of me got 6 packs, chest, big muscles. The best version of me look like a bodybuilder too. Okay, the bodybuilder that sing like Usher with a little Tyrese and some R. Kelly tones. Okay, on period. That's how I told y'all. And yes, and I can dance like Beyonce, mixed with a little bit of Ciara, okay, mixed with a little bit of Chris Brown.
Okay.
That's a
I'm
lot.
gonna tell y'all, like, is your man on the floor? If he ain't, let me know. I told y'all. Gotta see if we can run it, okay? Yes. So this gentleman's panel has been lit. Whew. How did y'all like that blast from the past?
It was nice.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this gentleman's panel.
I did.
You know what? I would like to thank you, King, the official King Payne, because it's just really interesting that earlier today we were talking about sexual assault and domestic abuse, and you're talking about it today. And all of our shows don't have to be non-brainer. Sometimes you got to think, and sometimes we got to realize that people are listening to the show and they may be helped from this. And this is what we should be doing, because maybe from one of our stories that somebody will get that therapy that they need, or call their estranged parents and say, hey, life is too short during this COVID. And my last thought of you, I don't want to be arguing or not have a chance to say I love you or goodbye because I was holding on to stuff. So hopefully, somebody gets something from this and it'll change their life. And if one person gets something from it, then it was worth it all.
Very true.
So we thank you for these topics.
Absolutely.
King Payne.
Yes. I really enjoyed the topics. I really did. It's not often time that I get to sit and think about where I could have been, where I would have been, what I should have did, and I don't regret anything, what I'm saying? My life is amazing. And my outlook on life, I think all things happen for a reason, and I just let God do what he do. Okay. I give God full control of my life, and wherever he take me, wherever his path is leading, I just hope I'm on the right one. Okay. Praying that I'm on the right one. Yes. But before we get out of here, y'all know we have to play our game. One gotta go. Y'all ready? I had to pick something, I had to keep it black. You know what I'm saying? I have to pick it black. Okay. Now, you know what I'm saying? You pick the wrong thing, you might get your black card revoked. Period. One gotta go. Is it watermelon, Kool-Aid, cornbread, or fried chicken? Watermelon, Kool-Aid, cornbread, or fried chicken? One gotta go. What's good, Rebel? You look like you're ready to answer.
I'm gonna say I can't. I just ate chicken today. I like watermelon, cornbread. I eat it with a lot of things when I do get a chance to eat it. Kool-Aid, I haven't had that in years, so I'm gonna say Kool-Aid because it's too much sugar. I try to drink more water. All the other things, Kool-Aid, yeah. Bye.
I guess, man. I don't know if I can do without the Kool-Aid. I just don't know. And Jay Wilson?
You know what? I'm definitely going to keep chicken and the cornbread because you got to have cornbread with the greens. I have not done watermelon in a long time. I have sugar-free Kool-Aid in the refrigerator right now. It's really good, but I do like natural things. So I'm going to have to go with the Kool-Aid because I'm from Florida, Georgia area, and we're known for our watermelons. So at the end of the day, I'm going to go with Kool-Aid.
Okay, on period. It looks like Kool-Aid has got to go so far. And for you, Captivating?
Yeah, although I've drank Kool-Aid growing up, as I got older, wasn't really a fan of it. So for
You almost lost your black card.
You said what?
You almost lost your black card. You almost said I never drank Kool-Aid. I was going to say, girl, you got to go.
No, I mean, as a kid, I grew up on it, but the older you get, the less I, was getting the packs and buying the sugar and doing all that. Because it was
fun. You can put it in the blender and it's a real old nasty piece of smoothie. I'm just saying.
Put it in the blender. I better add some alcohol to it and make it a drink. I don't know about I don't know about that, but yeah, just the older I got it, the doing all that, making it was not in the cards. So Kool-Aid would have to go for that reason for me.
Oh, I would have to disagree with you all. Okay, and I guess it's 3-1. For me, it would have to be the watermelon. Okay, I'm just not a big fan. I like watermelon, but I can definitely live without it. Okay. You said what?
When you bite into that watermelon and the juices are running down your face,
all down your arm and stuff.
I like to drink my juices. Okay, I don't like it to run down my face.
You're more advanced than me.
You're definitely telling on yourself.
Okay, I don't like it to be running down my face.
All around me.
I like watermelon. It's just not. Give me some watermelon flavored Kool-Aid, okay? I'll take that one. Yes. I need the Kool-Aid to go with the cornbread and the fried chicken, okay?
Got it.
I do. Okay, y'all can hold the watermelon for Easter. Okay, I think that's the only time I eat watermelon, Easter. Mm-hmm.
Is it even good during Easter? Because watermelon is a summer fruit.
It is.
Well, right now, but no.
You must be getting the seedless. You must be getting them seedless watermelon.
Get it because they have watermelon right now.
Yeah, I see them
at HEB in Walmart. They have the Florida watermelon, and so
watermelon is best in July, August, like mid-July. It's like something about that. It's just like when you're buying grapes or peaches. You're not buying peaches in the winter. That's going to be sweet like in the summer.
I'm a year-round person because we would get it all the time. Heck, and your cousins from Georgia had it on the tree, like oranges. You could pick that right off the tree. I don't know. It depends. So when you live in a tropical environment, you can get those fruits like no joke. I'm just saying. Yeah, with the watermelon though, and with the greens, please check it though, because they have a little snakes, so you got to make sure, especially with the greens. Yeah, that's why you don't go chopping greens up without washing them and shaking them, because you might have a little visitor in them greens, so you got to be very careful.
Somebody said a YouTuber killed. What about a YouTuber killed their mother-in-law? What was that? Someone made that comment. A YouTuber killed their mother-in-law and wife or something.
Oh Lord, I don't know nothing about that, but like I said, we have some very unstable.
And himself.
Yeah, we have some very unstable people on YouTube.
So how do you guys? Let's go back to the greens real quick. Okay, did you guys see that the internet where a lady, she soaked her greens in dishwashing liquid with how she washed her dishes, she washed her greens with dishwashing liquid.
Like it was in Dawn.
How do y'all wash? Let us know how y'all wash our greens in the comments, okay? I've seen some people use bleach, all kind of stuff.
No, you might as well do what Trump been asking you to do. That's crazy. You soak your greens in water and just keep pushing down so the sediment will leave. Most of those greens have been cleaned.
What about vinegar? I see
vinegar. Bleach, and then you're gonna boil it anyhow. No.
You don't want grit in
your vinegar and water. Yeah, I heard it was vinegar and water.
Yeah, that's what my grandmother used.
Yeah, my
Salt
grandma.
and warm water. Okay.
Warm water and salt.
Mhm.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't put no
There was
dog.
a lady online washing her greens with dish soap.
That's so nasty. I wouldn't even want to eat it because you know what? You got to get all of that dish soap out.
It was just like that one woman that went viral talking about she was bad and efficient oil and it was motor oil or something she was using.
Lord. Could be doing it. That's why you don't eat. This is why I don't do people potluck. This is why I don't be doing potlucks.
Yeah, 'cause greens are soaked in. Greens are soaked in that dishwashing liquid. It'll be. You'll still have a faint taste.
Oh, I got a mad nasty piece of dressing that I made. Oh my God! So for Thanksgiving, I made a mistake and it wound up being good. Believe it or not, it was panko. It was good. You know the Japanese breaded stuff?
Breaded crumbs.
It's good. It's some good dressing. I'm gonna make it. It was a mistake, but I wrote it down and I didn't know how it was gonna taste. And when oh my God. And then I let somebody who may be a friend of mine or may not eat it, and they liked it too.
May or may not be a friend.
May or may not.
Well, at the time they were a friend.
It could have been, could be not.
Okay.
Mr. Head on Color Purple. Could be not.
Sure.
Any lettuce?
Yeah,
Any lettuce?
yeah. Jay Wilson said he's gonna let y'all feel how y'all want to feel. Either
Feel
it is
like
or it ain't.
Feel me.
Let me say this though. Let me say this. I don't believe in no tarot cards, but Lady T.
Yeah, Lady T has been on it. Lady T has really been on it.
I'm just saying. So I just gotta Oh yeah, I don't deal with people too who don't wash their hands after the restroom. I think that's so nasty, especially in this day and age. Now wash your hands. Wash your hands.
Yeah.
Wash your hands.
Please do.
Please
Oh my God, we got Wolverine and Sir King in here. Oh my
Don't
God.
let your cats jump on the counters while you cooking. Don't be rubbing your dog while you fixing food. No.
That is definitely the case.
Oh, I'm planning to get a dog, by the way. I'm planning to get a Shulo, and it's one of the Mexican hairless dogs. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
What is it called?
Shulo, XOLO. I'm gonna get a real big one though.
Oh, okay. I've heard of something like it's a Mexican hairless, like with the little hair, and it's got like
I'm gonna get a big one. I want to get a big one though. I want a big one. I don't want a small one.
So you're not gonna get a puppy?
Well, it is gonna be a puppy, but I want to
be.
make sure it's one of the bigger ones though. So I have a friend who's a dog breeder, and yeah,
that's cool.
Those dogs sometimes have skin ailments, so yeah, it's like they get allergies.
Because all you need to do is put on some aloe vera, some jojoba oil, and you can use that for your hair and do the. So you can use some jojoba oil, but one thing I don't have to worry about is them having hair all over my furniture. I have a friend who has Afghan, and them jokers shed like.
Yeah, the Afghans are.
They're beautiful dogs.
They're beautiful dogs, but they'll like run. It's like if you let them off the leash, they're like those are the kind of dogs that like a beagle. If you can't let them off the leash because they'll smell something and be gone. But Afghan
trying to come after you for a rebel. Why are these? Why are these trolls? Let me tell you something, troll.
Oh, that dog is hecka cute.
Show your face. Show your face.
I'll show his face because he don't have balls.
Show your face. Show your face.
That dog is hecka cute. He got a little mohawk and stuff.
I know. Show your face.
It looks like a hairless fox.
Let me address the holding my head to the side. Do you even have a neck to make your head hold to the side?
Show your face.
Yes, keep it cute, please. Period.
Yeah. It's easy to talk mess and be on when nobody can see you, but show your face. I just tell people now it's easy to be an avatar to talk to mess, but show your face.
Period.
That is
So
So
let's
easy to be an avatar.
meet eye to eye so I can look at, like Mama D said, eyeball to eyeball. Nobody
Right.
has to be talking to no, yeah, I love whatever. I love both. But my thing is we have given too many avatars a place. Now, at least be a funny avatar. Now I will say that. Be a funny avatar, but at the end of the day, a lot of these avatars are just building their platforms, and I'm just do it like everybody else do it, you know?
Or just stay in the bushes.
Don't say anything.
Please stay in the bushes.
Please.
Look, I don't have anything against avatars, but a lot of these avatars are causing a whole lot of trouble. And the bottom line is show your face. That's why I don't allow people to come up on my platform no more without showing their face unless I know them already.
Oh yeah.
So King
I ain't
Pain,
going over back over to Dick Tracy Dusty platform ever again.
excuse me, King Pain, what series are you on with your docu-series?
We're on part 10.
Well,
Your part 10?
Yeah, we're getting ready to do part 10 soon.
So King Pain, somebody said that you are acting out of bad faith and you're doing it from the wrong place. What is your answer to those people?
Avatar discrimination.
Review of your Surviving Wildly.
So exposing a predator is not coming from a good place. I mean, what is? I mean, if you're really supporting Wiley, or the fact that are you're one of the people saying that I'm taking it too far, then you're something is messed up. Something's wrong with you too. You know, so you're doing something wrong. If you support the actions of that man, then clearly you guys are in the same boat. Okay, because there's no way after reviewing those receipts that you still feel like he don't need help. Okay, because he definitely needs help, and he's definitely delusional. Okay, and those men, something definitely happened with them. Definitely, all these people is not speaking out and pointing the finger at him. You know what I'm saying?
Who
And he ain't.
Who is the dude who wears? He
not
always
in
act like he got
He's no more. Anybody not lying on you.
Dick Allen.
So I see that Wolverine is here. Wolverine, this is why we ask questions to get an understanding. So I wanted to ask King Pain how he felt, and that's why I asked him. I didn't want to assume. I asked King Pain how does he feel about that, and he said that a lot of people, and trust me, there is a guy. He has a gap in his teeth. But really intelligent dude. But he was actually talking about his situation as well. So a lot of people are really coming out talking about it, and all of these people are not from our sector, and that's the thing. A lot of these people are not in our sector, so it's deep. It's deep. So, like I said, I wasn't there, but I do know that I've been accused of trying to get him down here to have some sexual relationship, which is not true. He also did it to Duchess Kelly Love, which was not true. So there are a lot of things that point towards that, and thank God that we didn't meet. But that's some deep stuff. And like I said, I've heard what Rico said and other people, but I've heard 4 people who are not in our sector actually talk about it.
Okay, I'm here.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's trending. It's breaking the internet. I am the new king of the beef sector, but I've been that. I've been the king of the beef sector because when I come for the girls, I body them. Okay, it be off with their head. Just think back over my YouTube career, how many girls I'd have to body, okay? I done bodied Miss Stormy, I done bodied Toxic, I done bodied 7 Dusty Source, I done bodied Zero Tolerance, I done bodied hella people, okay, on period. They can't mess with me, okay, on period. I am the king of the beef sector, and everybody is talking about it.
Okay, king. Are you the king or the king? Anywho, I'm telling you, I'm gonna let y'all take that. I can't stand you. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Yeah, but look, anybody that supports him, really, in all seriousness, is just as sick as he is. The stuff that he is doing is deplorable, and it's the definition of sexual assault and sexual misconduct. Okay, to use if you use your platform, if you use your YouTube platform to, you know what I'm saying, to attract someone, you know what I'm saying, you use your platform to do an interview, and during that interview, after that interview, sometime during that arrangement, you get naked and reveal your naked body. That is sexual misconduct.
And let me say this to Professor Xavier. Professor Xavier, stop being a troll. We know how you look. And my thing is, come on out, do what you got to do. You know, that girl already done ran you off, and you should come on back now because, you know, we know who you are and they can't do no more to you than what they've done. But let's not play these games because we know who you are. And, you know,
and Sir King, are you a damn chia pet, human? You know, chicken, cow, dog, what the hell are you?
And look, I'm not fighting with these avatars. I just know one of them. And one of them actually came on, and he seemed like he was a pretty intelligent person. Of course, Doxy Brown doxed him, and it was the wrong person, so he had to come on and show who he really was. But my thing is, you know, that's what you should do. And that's the difference between me, Rebel, Captivating, and the official King Pain. We come on. We come on. It's easy to hide behind an avatar. But we come on, and that's one thing I will give us. We come on.
Yeah,
I will give Alan and Daryl Moore and some other people some props because at least they come on. People can talk about Chopper like a dog, but Chopper comes on. Excuse me, Sarah comes on. So
whatever he is that day.
So
you know what I'm saying? Period. Period to the period. And a pussy hole could never. I could not. You know what I'm saying? These girls are sitting behind these thumbnails thinking that they intimidated somebody. You know what I'm saying? A pussy hole could never. Who you supposed to be? You scared of your own reflection. Why you hiding behind them? You scared of what the world is gonna think of you. Why is you hiding behind the thumbnail? You got more wrong with yourself and your physical appearance and whatever's going on in the background at your place, okay, to where you probably can't even afford internet, a good computer, or a setup while you hiding and talking shit behind the thumbnail. I just can't get with the girls that, you know, talk all this mess behind the thumbnail, okay? We don't even know who you are.
We do know Sir King is a full-figured guy because of his obstructed breathing, but there are a lot of women who do like
definitely big. He sounds tall too, like 6'4", 6'6".
There's a demand for bear types in the gay community.
He sounds wide too.
For that team.
You sound big and wide. He sounds like he'd be calling them from Android phone too. Definitely like Metro Cricket.
Professor Xavier, aka Wolverine, you's a nice looking thick boy. You should just come on and accept it. You know what I'm saying? You know, you don't have to sit behind no avatar. You know, we know who you are.
We do.
Yeah, but don't let that girl run you off because you let that girl run you off. And that's the thing. You got all this energy for these men, but you let these women run you off. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but you know, you got all of this smoke for us, but you let that person run you off over there. And I just think that's amazing.
And he stood behind that hairless mole rat.
Both of them.
Yes.
Both of them.
You know,
both of them.
That it's only people that are cowards that run with that type of a person. So I can understand why you're fearful.
That's it. Both of them, Rebel. Both of them. And what did he do? I mean, she does it to everybody. She done did the Mystery Van. She done did it to Wolverine. You know, it is what it is. So everybody has their day. Just pop you too, Sir King. It only takes a matter of time. I can't understand she can do all of that, but can't get no degree. Okay, she can do all of that, but can't show that certification of beauticianship or whatever, cosmetology license. Okay, I just can't understand that.
Shape.
But truly, I believe that people do the work for her because you know what? When you can't even get in your own Instagram and you got locked out of StreamYard, I don't think you're doing all the work. So anyway.
Not StreamYard, Instagram as well.
Oh no, she definitely not doing all the work. I was over there one time. Back in the day when I used to go over there and play in Dust. Okay, I don't play in Dust no more. I never go back to that dusty ass platform a day in my life. If she ever got something to say with me, she gonna have to walk her dusty ass over here. She needs to make sure that she take a shower first, okay? Because this is a no dust zone. This is a dust free zone. Anyway, so I was over there one day and she had somebody else running her platform. The only way she was on there is because somebody sent her a link to be on her own StreamYard. So she didn't give her password or something up to somebody, and she probably didn't piss them off, and that's how she got locked out. But I don't know. But yeah, she definitely had somebody else helping her with her StreamYard account because I was over there one day and they had sent her a link to be on her own show. I was like, girl, how did they send you a link to be on your show?
Oh my goodness.
Oh God, that's cute.
No, Wolverine, you ran because if you wouldn't run it, then you wouldn't be over here acting silly and you'll have your face on your avatar and you'll be more vocal. You know what? I just have no respect for you. Like I said, y'all go over there, y'all run over there, and y'all act like that person is all right until she turn on y'all. I'm just done. You get no play here. I'm only on the gentleman's panel and it's an open forum, but you don't get no play on my panel, no play on my platform. I just don't have time for it. It's just crazy.
Right. Because you wouldn't get away with saying any of this in her platform.
She would block.
See how quick you'd be blocked.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then they asked them why they can't be on the panel. Hell, we don't need nobody on the panel who can't stand up. Okay, everybody on this panel can stand up, and we ain't. Yeah,
I could do a Chinese split still.
Okay, Rebel. I don't know where that came in.
Always advertising. Come on, man.
Anyway,
and to be on this panel, you got to show your face. Period.
And you got to be at least an 8 to be on this panel, 8 or above. If your eyes spin and your breath stink, it's a no. If your eyes spin and your breath stink and you walk with a heavy limp, the answer is still no. Okay? If you got gunshot wounds, bullet holes, and stab marks going across your forehead, the answer is still no. Okay? If you are slowly decomposing but still alive, okay, the answer is no, man. The answer is no, okay?
Well, at the end of the day, to be on here, you have to show your face. And then, like I said, we try to be what we are over here. We don't have agendas. We just do our show. So, but thank you, Professor Xavier. And you know, I'm glad that you're back. I'm glad you came back. I think that girl spooked you and you was a little scared that she might have gotten in some real business and you laid low. Now you coming back over here with a vengeance. Go over her platform and do what you're doing over here. Go over to that platform and do it.
I dare you.
I dare you to do it. Anyhow, I'm sorry, King Payne. It's not meant for this, but I just, you know, I'm just looking at these people and it's just like, whatever.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? It's the end of the show. We can argue with the avatars for a little bit. Ain't nobody worried. We just chilling. Okay, they still watching. They still here. Okay, we still collected. Man.
I've said what I said. So
we still collecting. Look, if there's anybody that would like to support us here on the Gentleman's Panel, okay, we all have cash apps. Remember, the best way to support your favorite YouTuber is, of course, with finances. Okay, period. Super chat does work. And to share our shit, okay, that's the best way to share our shit. Share our videos with your friends, your family. Add to the family, okay? This is the Gentleman's Panel, okay? We got Jay Wilson, we got Captain Christian, Rebel Son, and myself, and we keep it lit every Thursday, okay? Not every other Thursday. Not sometimes we gonna do it, sometimes we not. You know what I'm saying? We may be a little bit late, but the show goes on.
Right.
True. I'm here. Yeah. Everybody dropping them cash. Make sure you drop mine.
Yeah, and Wolverine, go over to your girl's platform and do all of this mess. It ain't pushing the news headline. Go on over there. If you
Go
can, probably block.
scamper back where you belong.
Probably block. But like I said, Benedict Arnold. One day you want to have people to come to dinner in Florida and do this, and then next day you somebody different. I mean, if you're gonna use the face, at least use the cute one. If you're gonna be two-faced, I just don't have time for it. I just don't really have time for it. This is why I don't believe y'all. And this is why I leave you to your own devices. So yeah.
Just grow you a pair of balls. It goes for both of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit on Miss Stormy's neck also. So y'all be on the lookout for my series on Miss Stormy. I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but it may be I may be releasing another series. Okay. I may be releasing another series called the DL Closet Doctor.
Okay. That has a ring to it.
Yes. The DL Closet Doctor. Yes. I promise y'all I was gonna stay on these girls' necks, and I found out that series are my thing. You know what I'm saying? They love the series. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna have to do a series on the DL Closet Doctor because she in Atlanta, watching her boss baby and sleeping with her husband.
Wow.
I tell you, sleeping with the husband, because the husband, okay, allegedly, you know what I'm saying, he has some, some desires to be with men. Okay, so allegedly, some toxic lady hired this man to move all the way out from Arizona to Atlanta to watch her baby, okay, and please her husband, okay, and she's paying him by sharing his YouTube videos because if she didn't share them, nobody would even watch them. So I'm just saying. I got to put it all together in the docu-series. I think I'm gonna need Rebel Son because he be acting and stuff like that. I'm gonna need him to play Toxic, okay? And I think I'm gonna get Cap to play Storm. As long as it's gonna be a parent, okay? No, Jay, we gonna have Jay Wilson play Miss Stormy. Yes, because you got your hairline back now, okay, up here. Yes.
Oh, it's partially back. It's not all the way back. I still got to put some more sand on that beach. We still dealing with beach restoration over here, but it's coming back slowly. I tell you what, I got more hair than most people.
Oh, period.
On period. Period.
Periodicity, period. Some people ain't got no size, okay?
With your opinion, the men coming for the women that hard.
Who coming for who that hard?
She's talking about Miss Stormy coming for Nick and Knight.
Oh,
I hadn't seen it.
I haven't seen it. I haven't even looked over there. I really haven't gone over.
I've never watched Storm before.
All he does is drag women all day, 24 hours a day. If a man confronts him, he can't go head to head with no man. When I confronted him, he pussied out, he pussyfooted on the situation. He started making videos or what have, but he's always on this platform daily, dragging women. That's all he can do. He can't go head to head with no man because he's gonna lose his sexuality. He's gonna get called into question and he's gonna feel some type of way. Just come out the closet already. Be who you are so that you can fucking debate with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like a tear don't come to your eye every time somebody call you gay. You know what I'm saying? Like get over the shit already and be who you are.
He may be metrosexual.
Not the way he just got at Nick and Knight. No, not the way. I just don't believe it. And the way he talks about women constantly like that, just spoil rotten cookie this, spoil rotten cookie that. Always, it's always about the woman's vagina being stale or spoiled in some type of way. How you know? You haven't had you still a virgin. Definitely still a virgin. He definitely hasn't slept with any woman. Okay. Period. I'm still waiting. I put out a whole.
He may be talking about me. It's all good. I don't get moved by an avatar. Show your face. Moving right along. Show
Definitely
your
not
face.
talking about Jay Wilson. We're
Show
talking about
your
Miss
face.
Stormy.
I know you're concentrated, but show your face.
He can't even show his toe.
Okay, I'm
knee.
period.
Show your face.
Periana to the period.
Oh my God.
I don't know where
Show your face.
Story came from, or where, how he found my page. Okay, but he needs to stop coming over here with all that dusty ass shit. Because I would hate to have to block his ass. Okay, on period. Oh, he running now. Oh, he running. Yeah, get out of here.
And you actually run it.
Whatever, y'all. I don't care what he does. Peace.
Joe, he ain't running no way. He just ran back into the bushes and peeping out still.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right next to Wolverine.
But let me write that down because that's a good idea. My next docuseries need to be a parody. Okay, on period. About Miss Stormy and his sexual desires. Okay, on period. Mm-hmm. And the clothes that he lives in.
Well, show it then. Show it. Show it.
Oh, he back again. Thought you left.
I thought he was gone. Show
Well, he
it.
said if he showed his toe, you'd be jealous.
Oh, okay.
I think Rebel probably got some pretty toes. You probably get your toenails painted or something.
No, I get them sucked on, but not painted.
Oh, okay, on period. We are to the period.
Oh God.
Okay. Yes, does that turn you on or something? Like getting your toes sucked on? Getting your toes sucked on turn you on? It makes you.
I do. It does. Biting the back of my kneecaps, biting under here. You know, just it's not
You
past.
like
You don't
physical
say that
abuse.
for Bama Girls channel.
Yeah, something like that.
She don't need. She don't care about getting monetized. Y'all can say what y'all want.
Hey, you could be just be aware of your lingo that you're using.
Lindsay said she liked them socks.
You like my socks, Lindsay? Yeah, I got a bunch of little fun socks and underwear.
I'm sure.
Somebody said on his channel, he said that he hasn't had sex in 3 years, but he said that he wouldn't mind getting an escort. She said, then why hasn't he had no sex in 3 years? The fuck?
Well, people tell you anything, y'all. People tell y'all anything.
Oh, they be killing me when they say all this time they ain't had sex.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What constitutes sex?
But you know what I'm saying? People do need to stop lying on that thing. You know what I'm saying? Just stop lying on the thing. If you ain't had no sex, just say it. If you had a girlfriend, motherfuckers would know. Show a picture, pull up a high school picture, something like, I don't know. When the last time you had a woman in your life? You know what I'm saying? I think, you know what I'm saying? You can't be going around here talking about you this or you that, or, you know, if you're not even honest and real or true with yourself, okay?
Oh, well.
That man likes men. Her, period to the period. He's not being honest with himself, and I'm going to continue to drag him until further notice, okay? Because he should have never fixed his mouth to say nothing about the official kingpin. See, what the whole thing is, why everybody is so upset right now, they don't understand when I'm going to stop, okay? And there is no end game aside. You fuck with me, we beefing for life. How about that? It is what it is.
Okay.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
For life. So
all right.
Keep that same energy. That's all I'm saying. I'm a matcher of energy, okay? If you get at me on some negative shit, I'm gonna match your energy. And I'm gonna keep it going. Okay, because you fooled me once, we will never fool you again. Okay. You get these people, everybody on YouTube get one chance, period. Period to the period one. Okay, on period. And after that, you've made an enemy for life.
Okay.
I'm serious, man. Well, look, it's been lit. It's been lit.
It's been lit. It's been interesting.
I want to keep the party going. Y'all ready to go? Turn up on the couch.
All of the above.
Well, I got a phone call to make.
Yes, I know that's right. So before we get up out of here, Rebel Son, tell everybody how they can find you.
Like I've said before, you can look up and see a smoke signal or follow the shooting star and you'll come to our village, the Sun Tribe. We welcome all except trolls. And, you know, just You can send pictures to my Yahoo Dark Sun X1X. Nudes are preferred. I'm kidding. Don't send me nudes. But, you know, Sun Tribe, Rebel Sun, check me out. You know, listen, you're not going to have a bunch of candy-coated language over there. You may get profanity and you may have some explicit conversations going on. If you don't want to hear that, I suggest you go to Brother Jay's channel. Or you can hear politics and see captivating flowing locks blowing in the wind and Enya playing silently, you know, in the background on the low decibel.
Oh, you funny.
And tell them how they can find you.
You tell me? It was a little delay. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jay Wilson, tell them how they can find you.
Just put up Jay Wilson, Juicy J, Juicy Booty, Jada, Passa, Jack Passa, all of those. You can find me. All you got to do is just put that up and you will find me. But
like a cash
out party, all of those. So you can find me, but you all know where to find me. And for you know, I will be on regularly now. I just had a few things that I had to do, and those things are completed. So it was a tough application, but it's done. It's mailed out, and I met the deadline, and I'm extremely excited.
Congratulations on that, Jay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Absolutely. And captivating?
Yeah, you can catch me on Cap Hill. And basically that's where I am. To talk politics. Everybody's welcome as long as you're respectful. I don't care who you vote for as long as you vote. So yeah, that's about it.
Absolutely. And I am the official King Payne. You guys know that already. Drop some crowns in the comments. This is the Home Illustration. This is the Gentleman's Panel. This is my week. I'm hosting. Okay, next week is going to be on Jay Wilson's channel. Okay, so you guys make sure that you guys are subscribed, set your reminders. Okay, next Thursday, same time, Jay Wilson's channel. Okay. It is.
Can we have some music when we go out with King Pay?
We definitely gonna play some music. We're definitely look. Let's play some music. Let's give some shout outs, and then I'll play the commercial. Okay.
Because Rebel wanted to be
into it.
Don't face it, there you shit. I don't know what the stone face is.
Okay. Let's get it on.
Money on the floor, give me some more. There's money on the floor. 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 There's money on the floor.
Y'all breaking back and
There's
everything.
money on the floor. There's money on the floor. There's money on the floor.
I forgot my patio just
There's money on the floor. There's money on the floor.
Give me a neighborhood.
Yeah, shout out to King. Shout out to My Chapman. Shout out to Giselle. This speech is better. GT Olbert 102, whatever. Natasha Millen.
Thank you everybody for coming out.
Critical Truth, NTTC, and everybody else hiding in the bushes. Okay, this is the Gentleman's Panel. Until next time. Bye, y'all. Okay, I'm here.